I assume Nina's not here.
No, she left early. No doubt to avoid any further incident with, her phantom baby.
You are very full of yourself this morning, aren't you?
Well, you know, progress will do that.
Does that progress have anything to do with my son being here last night?
Yes, it's official. Whether you call him Nathan or James or plain old Detective West. He's now as concerned about Nina's mental state as we are.
Mish, you got a minute?
Detective West, you should be on assignment.
Yeah, I know. I wanted to speak with you about another case.
It is quite clear that mob violence is escalating and Sonny's at the center. We shut him down and we cripple organized crime in Port Charles.
Sonny had a shipment hijacked. I need to know who it is. Hey, I need to know who it is. The Jerome's, or we got something new here?
There's been plenty of talk, man. But it's all speculation. You know, nobody knows anything about it. I swear.
Okay. Hey, keep on it. Okay, I need something solid.
Yeah.
Hey, Lulu.
Hey.
You got a secret admirer?
He's pretty open about it. He's also married to me.
Good on Dante for keeping the romance dialed up. I always figured that stuff got rarer and rarer as the marriage drew on.
He tries.
You seem pretty blue for a woman looking at beautiful flowers from her adoring husband. Something up?
My dad pulled up stakes last night. He said goodbye to Port Charles.
Once you say goodbye to Port Charles?
Oh, it's not goodbye. It's more like, see you later. Besides, the Hamptons aren't that far away. I'll be back before you know it.
You sure you don't want me to come?
I think you might cramp the bachelorette style.
I'm the stripper.
Please save it for the nurses' ball. Besides, I don't like sharing you.
Okay, go. I told you I was gonna clean up breakfast.
Really? I'm not gonna come back and find all this in the sink?
No, I promise. Have a safe trip.
Be good.
Okay. Couldn't stay away, could you?
Just so we're clear, you don't help me get back together with Nina. You'll never get your hands on the recording, you'll never walk away from a murder, and you'll never get to see that little baby Avery ever again.
Showtime.
Oh, hiya, girlfriend.
Denise?
I'm so glad that you came by. It's about time we had ourselves a little chat, don't you think? Well, come on in.
After everything that my father has been through, he deserves some peace.
I hope Luke finds it. I just wish his leaving didn't hurt you so much. He's been your hero your entire life, even when he wasn't around.
He's just been there for me whenever I needed him. So I guess the point is learning how to rescue yourself. I'm way past due on that one.
You sound like a true Spencer. Luke would be proud.
Thank you. It's just so hard not knowing if I'll ever see him again.
Yeah, I know you guys have been hitting it hard down here, so I wanted to bring supplies.
Hey, jelly.
I thought you liked jelly.
No, I do. Anything else is for dunking into coffee. Thanks.
Don't mention it.
No, I really do appreciate it. I know the guys do, too. Just wasn't necessary, you know.
Well, the truth is, I didn't come down here just to caffeinate everyone. I came down here because I needed to see you.
I've turned up new evidence in a cold case. Something that could close it.
Which case?
The Avery Corinthos kidnapping. Thank you, Nancy.
You're welcome. Oh, your ex-wife called.
Nina? What'd she say?
I told her you were in a consult and she hung up.
Welcome to my humble abode. Oh, actually, I'm staying with my brother. Although technically, I guess this place was Ava's. But it'll do, right?
Yeah, let's just get down to business, please.
Well, what about a little breakfast? We got your croissant, donut holes, bagels, a little fruit.
Well, I could have had this at the Metro Court buffet. And I don't need the carbs. Don't need those. So, you said that you wanted to talk about Franco, so let's just talk about Franco. What do you have to say about him?
Beat it. Manners?
Take a hike, Franco. Kiki left.
I'm not here to see Kiki. I came here looking for you.
Oh, I should go.
Oh, hey. You just got here.
Yeah, but I shouldn't have come. It was a mistake to come. You said you wanted to talk about Franco, and I was curious about Franco, but I shouldn't be, because he's so out of my life.
Tell me, is he out of your heart?
I'm a married woman, Denise. I don't know what you all do in Queens, but where I come from, wedding vows mean something.
Yeah. We all know that you're married. And unhappily so.
I'm over Franco.
Well, I can tell you one thing, Nina. Franco sure as shooting isn't over you.
Some Spencer I am, huh? Just breaking down in tears every 5 seconds.
Hey, you're allowed. Spencers are people, too.
We don't usually just fall into the arms of anyone who comes within hugging distance.
Does our time as step-siblings via fraudulent marriage count for nothing?
Oh, stop. You're a really good friend. Which is precisely why I shouldn't be leaning on you the way I had. It's a good thing Dante didn't walk in just now. The last thing either one of us needs is him getting the wrong idea. Again.
That's not going to happen. You and I both bent over backwards to assure Dante that nothing happened between us. And hey, it's the truth.
If only the same were true of Dante and Valerie.
Look, Valerie, we can't do this.
Do what?
Well, I'm sorry. That's my bad. I was totally taking this.
No, I didn't come here because I couldn't stay away from you. I came here because I wanted to give you a heads up.
Heads up about what?
The commissioner knows what happened between us.
Yeah, I know that. We already had a little chat.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't intend for that to happen.
No, it's fine. She's our boss. She's gonna have her opinions about us fraternizing.
Yeah, I didn't think about that when I told her I just needed someone to talk to.
Right.
Things were up in the air, and I didn't know where we stood, and at the time I thought Lulu was with Dylan, so I was still thinking maybe something might happen for us.
The Avery Corinthos kidnapping, that ceased to be a priority the day that she returned unharmed.
So you don't care about catching the perp and taking this case off the books?
No, I'm all for clearing a case, but chasing a dead lead is not the most efficient use of our time right now.
Oh, well, this lead is very much alive.
Okay. Let's hear it. Tell me about this new evidence.
So, what happened with James?
What, didn't your little boo-boo tell you all about it after he left here last
I
night?
could barely get a word out of him before that little girlfriend of his dragged him off. She's trying to poison him against me.
I think that ball started rolling well before he even got involved with Maxie.
I beg your pardon.
Look, whatever your son's feelings for you are, your words still miraculously carry quite a bit of weight. He wouldn't have shown up here looking for Nina if you hadn't primed him to do so.
Well, James loves his sister. It just took a mention of her being unwell, and he was off and running. So what What happened? What did he do? Did he question her?
Did he ever? Only after he laid eyes on little Avery's baby blanket.
And where did you find this baby blanket? Detective?
In my sister's hotel room.
Franco is so over me.
You couldn't be more wrong.
Well, from what I saw at the Metro Court, he's completely into you.
A smart woman knows when she's the object of genuine affection or merely a placeholder. Mom and Pop's DiMuccio didn't raise no dunce. The fact is, Franco can't stop talking about you.
But you're in a relationship with him.
The only relationship I'm in is with the waiter, who keeps bringing me drinks while Franco sits on the opposite side of the table, pining away over you. Coffee? The guy is head over heels in love with you. And let's be real, okay? You're still in love with him, too.
There's nothing you have to say that I could possibly be interested in.
Say it out here. I'm pretty sure Kiki and Silas's neighbors will be happy to hear about all your extracurricular activities.
What are you talking about?
Your activities with Denise. Shall we?
Can't do this. Can't do this. I can't let Nina suffer for what I did.
Oh, hey.
Hey,
You on your way out?
your vacation.
It's still on. You left so early this morning, I didn't get a chance to say goodbye.
And you came all the way down here to say goodbye to me?
And to let you know that I left a few dinners in the fridge for you. Just heat and eat.
You're too good. I don't deserve it.
Well, it's not gourmet. But it is better than just eating a power bar at your desk. Don't let it go to waste.
I won't.
So, maybe you could, have some people over while I'm gone? There's plenty to share.
People.
Yeah.
Me. Like who?
Like,
Exactly.
like Denise and Morgan. That would be a great opportunity for the three most important people in my life to get to know each other better.
What's to know?
Dante kissed Valerie?
For all he knew, I had just taken off to Canada with you. Those lies that I told came back to bite with a vengeance.
Lies that I pressured you to tell.
Whoa. No, I refused to let you take any responsibility.
You wanted to tell Dante.
And my parents said that I couldn't. So it was my call. Just like it was my call to fly with you to Vancouver.
So keep in mind that Lucky's life was at stake.
But Dante didn't know that. He thought that I betrayed him. He never would have kissed Valerie otherwise. I feel bad for putting him in a position to question my love, and Dante feels far, far worse for acting on it.
Thus the flowers.
It's part of his campaign to rectify the situation. He's doing his best to put us back on solid ground, and I'm doing my best to forget that he kissed my cousin.
Well, I wish I would have known that before.
Before what?
I never meant to mislead you. I'm sorry.
No, you didn't mislead me. It was just one night resulting from a horrible misunderstanding. And we really don't need to rehash it again. I'm actually really happy that you and Lulu are working things out. And if it helps, I'm moving on too.
Before I asked Valerie on a date?
I stopped by Nina's hotel room just to see how she was doing, and I found a baby blanket monogrammed with the initials AJQ.
And anything to directly tie it to the kidnapping?
I don't know yet. I can't even tell if the blanket is actually Avery's.
Take it to Michael Quartermain. See if he can ID it and then deliver it over to forensics for analysis.
I can't.
Why not?
Because Nina's husband refused to turn it over.
How could you have been so careless? James seeing that blanket is going to lead him to all the wrong questions and all the wrong places. And if he realizes that it's manufactured evidence, he may very well realize that Nina isn't as compromised as she thinks she is.
You only got hitched to stick it to Franco. And it worked. The guy he's tearing his hair out. Sit down, as well he should, for the way he behaved. Not keeping the faith. But Franco knows that questioning you about that little Avery's kidnapping, that was the biggest mistake of his life.
Did he tell you that?
Oh, Nina. Anybody with eyes in their heads can see that. But you proved your point. You got Franco good. But now you know you're not just torturing him. You're torturing yourself.
No, I'm not. Not doing that.
What's worse than a loveless marriage, huh? Depriving yourself of true love? And I ought to know, because I've been there myself.
Where exactly?
You make choices that keep you at arm's length from the guy who really rings your bell. The guy who really knows you, really understands you, loves you. And there's nothing you can do, sometimes you just gotta stay away.
That you said I should get back with Franco.
Oh, yeah, no. Right, I'm sorry, no, because this is not one of those times. No, you are free to go and get him. Franco believes in you so much. All of his doubts are just vanquished. And whatever got in the way before, the misgivings or the supposed lies and crimes, they're out the window. As far as Franco sees, there is no question of your innocence.
Oh, maybe he should question my innocence. Maybe he was right about me all along.
So you and Denise are having sex. I know that. You know that. Denise's elderly neighbor downstairs white-knuckling it with the rosary beads, she knows it too.
You've lost it.
You want to put it to the test?
Kiki's dad tell you something?
Oh, he sees it too, because he finally got the hair out of his eyes. But no, wasn't Silas. You want to guess again?
Okay, I don't know where you got this crap, and I don't really care. I want you out of here.
So I happened on the swaths of destruction that you and Denise cut through her apartment the other day, and she tried to explain to me that it was Julian and Alexis, but they were at the Metro Court. So I started to wonder why. Why, Denise, would you lie to me like that? What strange bedfellow are you trying to hide from me? And then it hit me that it's you. Kiki's not so devoted boyfriend. You and Denise. You're making a fool out of somebody that I care about. That is unacceptable. So now I have this dilemma. What am I gonna do with you, Morgan? What am I gonna do with you if you can't keep your hands off of Denise?
I don't know, Franco. What are the options?
I was thinking about something very creative and very, very final.
You have my blessing. Go see a judge.
Getting a warrant and taking that blanket may result in unanticipated consequences.
Unanticipated for whom? Your sister? But you knew that already when you brought me this lead. Why did you even bring it to me if you were reluctant to follow through?
Despite the evidence, and I know how that looks, I don't think that Nina would have kidnapped the baby a second time. Right? I think it's more likely that she's being set up.
You idiot! Don't you know that if James wants that blanket, he'll get a search warrant and he'll come and get it?
Hey. None of it's in ashes.
You tamper with evidence?
No. Heavens no, Madeline. I'm an officer of the court. I know better than that. Nina, on the other hand, she doesn't. Look, all I have to do is play dumb and let the police infer that she was trying to cover her tracks. And thanks to you and me, she doesn't trust her memory too well. She could very easily volunteer a confession.
So now we're framing Nina for evidence tampering, too.
That's what gives you pause. After everything you've undertaken?
It all gives me pause. But there's no turning back now.
Back up, sister. How could Franco have been wrong about you? You didn't take my precious niece.
How do you know that? How do I know that?
Well, because wouldn't you remember something like that?
But what if I can't trust, my memory? My husband wouldn't like me talking about this.
No, wait. Nina, you can trust me. We're friends.
Really? Are we?
I mean, yes, you terrorized my twin sister and you kidnapped her baby. But, that was a long time ago. And I can see that you're past that. And you are no longer that screwed up person anymore. And you didn't take my niece this time.
What makes you so sure?
I can see this is important to you, so I will try to remain open to the possibility, okay?
Wow, Dad, your enthusiasm is just overwhelming.
Okay. But just don't get too hung up on the idea of Denise and I being buddy-buddy anytime soon.
Why not? You seem to have managed it with Nina. And you two have an actual history of horror.
Where did that come from?
What's with the two of you spending the 4th of July together?
Listen, don't misunderstand, all right? Nina and I have a history. That doesn't mean we have a future.
Okay, but here and now in the present, you two just spent a major holiday together. That's what I'm worried about.
I ran into her. She needed someone to talk to. It was the least I could do.
Yeah, well, your least is still above and beyond, considering what that woman's put you through over the years.
Sweetheart, I put her through plenty, too.
Where do you get all this faith in me? We hardly even know each other. This is the longest conversation we've ever had.
You're right. But I know Franco, and he talks about you so much, I forget that we're practically strangers. His belief in you is absolute, and that's good enough for me. So you tell whoever or whatever it is that's telling you you're guilty to go to hell. Tune him out. Listen to your heart, not your head.
Yeah, because my head gets me in trouble.
And tell it to shut up, huh? Put an end to that sham of a marriage and reward that heart of yours.
This is a mess. This whole
That's
thing
okay, because messes can be cleaned up. Even this one. Step 1, tell your husband that your marriage is over. And step 2, you go and find Franco and tell him that you're ready to try again.
You think I'm scared of you? Huh? That would be the intelligent response. Then again, no one's ever sponsored you for Menses, so
You know,
at this point, I'm not sure.
Let me tell you something. The only reason you are alive is because my father allows you to be alive. So take one step near me.
What are you gonna do? You're gonna tattle? You're gonna run, go tell Daddy?
My dad has been looking for an excuse to pay you back for what you did to my mother and my brother. So if you think you got a shot, Franco, take it. Or back the hell off.
You got a date with Dylan Quarterman.
Weird, right?
When did this happen?
Last night?
I ran into him at the Floating Rib and we started talking.
And suddenly, I'm asking her out.
Dylan seems like a great guy. Although I realize you probably don't agree after he ran off with Lulu.
I picked up on the tension between you and Valerie, but I was clueless about the kiss.
Yeah, now that the truth is out, I didn't think it'd be a problem.
I have to be fair to my cousin. The kiss is supposedly all on Dante. He's the one who initiated it. It's just this crazy moment where Dante thought our marriage was over. I've just got to let it go.
It won't bother you if I go on this date?
But I've been wrong about you and your feelings before. So before Dylan and I do go out, I wanted to make sure. Will it be a problem if we do?
Mallory, you don't have to ask my permission to go out with Dylan Quarterman.
No, I wasn't asking your permission. I was asking if it bothered you. Our friendship is more important than me going on a date with a guy that I barely know. So does it bother you?
The most important thing in this equation is making sure you and I are good. So if me going out with Valerie bugs you at all, say something, and it's over before it starts.
I appreciate you asking, but who you date has nothing to do with our friendship. As for Dylan, he seems decent. Doesn't bother me at all if you want to go out.
Valerie and I have had our difficulties, but I want what's best for her. And you're the best. You should go on the date. I hope it works out.
Really?
Yeah. You'd be doing me a favor. If Valerie really has feelings for Dante, then, you're the perfect distraction.
I appreciate what you're saying, I really do, and it's just not that simple. It's not as simple as just telling Rick that I want a divorce.
Well, what's the matter? You Catholic? I'm sure you could get an annulment or something.
No, it's not just that. Not only is he my husband, he's my lawyer.
Well, what's that got to do with anything?
Well, I have a rather large inheritance. And when I went to Shady Brook, the court appointed a conservator to run my estate. And Rick is trying to get the money back.
Well, so you get yourself another lawyer.
Rick is a good man. He's really so good. He's such a great guy. And in the last 6 months, he got his heart broken. And I just don't want to do that to him again.
But what's the alternative, huh? Sticking it out in a loveless marriage that you never really wanted to begin with? Saying goodbye to Franco? Watching Franco move on with somebody else? Knowing that you will never really be with the man that you love?
Yeah,
Rick, we'll get over it. Look, if he could be publicly dumped 1 minute and then marry you the next, he's what you call resilient. He'll get over you too.
Yeah?
Yes, absolutely. Rick doesn't want to get in the way of true love. Not if he's the man you say he is. Not if he cares about you like you say he does.
Because he does say that a lot. He says he cares about me.
Okay, so what are you waiting for?
Yeah. What am I waiting for? I'm going to do it. I'm going to say I love Franco. Oh, my gosh. I'm going to tell him I love him, and he's going to be sad, and he's going to be hurt. But he'll get over it. And then I'm going to go to Franco, and everything is going to be good.
Yes, that's a great idea.
That's great.
Here, you have a donut hole, okay? Because you can't break up on an empty stomach.
I know. I mean, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
I really don't deserve you.
Everybody deserves love.
No, I mean, I don't deserve you. Because I really wanted to just stab your sister's eyes out. Really. I like you better.
Gee, thanks.
You're welcome. And you know what, Denise? I hope you find love too. Way ahead of you.
That was good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I didn't know you had it in you.
Now, why don't you try me and find out there's a lot more?
I would. But I'm wearing my really good shoes. I can tell they're my good shoes because they're the only pair that I own that don't already have blood on them.
So that's it, huh? That's it? You're beating a retreat? Let me ask you something. When they took out that tumor, did they take out your spine too, Franco?
You do right by Kiki, or I will kill you. Tumor or no tumor.
You have Denise's number, right? Or I can text it to you in case you change your mind about dinner.
You go have fun, all right? You go have the time of your life.
Okay, Dad. I think Morgan might have it. You could get it from him. Love you.
Love you too. He most definitely has that number.
I'm afraid I'm losing my mind.
The only thing I know for sure, you've changed.
What if I haven't come far enough? What if I'm as sick as I ever was? And what if the crying that I'm hearing, what if it means something else?
Like what?
What if it means that
never told you why I'm here.
Not simply for the pleasure of my company?
Always. But I also have to ask you a favor.
As long as it doesn't involve lying to my husband or taking a trip, I'm in.
You may regret those words. This is the newest draft of my screenplay, incorporating your notes, and with polished dialogue. I was hoping you could read it again.
What if I have more notes?
I'll be crushed and furious, and I'll probably think about giving up filmmaking forever, because that's what happens every time I get notes. But then I will calm down and think about what you said and probably agree with it. The notes you gave me in Vancouver made this draft so much better.
Okay, with a build-up like that, how can I refuse?
You can't. You already said you'd do me the favor.
Oh, I did, didn't I?
Teasing aside, I really appreciate this.
Teasing aside, I'm happy to help. And I'm flattered that you have so much respect for my opinion.
And thank you for being so cool about me and Valerie. If you ever need anybody to talk to about your dad or anything...
I'll talk to Dante. You'll be too busy falling madly in love with Valerie to bother her.
I'm glad we talked about this.
Yeah, me too. I want you to be happy.
Thanks. And I'm sorry again for spilling my guts to the commissioner.
No, don't. Stop. You don't have to explain.
No, she's our boss. I hope it didn't get you in any trouble.
No, you didn't, okay? She didn't say anything that was too much out of line. I complicated things with you and with work, and I need to uncomplicate them.
Oh, I don't think you need to worry. The commissioner seems to be pretty discreet.
Yeah, I'm sure she can keep what she knows to herself.
Dante?
Dylan? I can see my wife. Thanks for the donut.
Yeah, you got it. Bye. Hey.
Fancy meeting you here.
Work. Some of the guys are patrolling down here, so I brought them sustenance. Coffee and donuts.
They're lucky to have you.
Yeah, I am a crucial cog in the wheels of justice. I'm gonna head back to the station now.
I'll walk you to your car. Maybe we can make a plan for that date.
Yeah, sounds good.
Hey.
Hey.
I thought you were working.
Yeah, I was. I just wanted to check on my flowers and say hello to my beautiful wife.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm glad you stopped by.
Yeah. Ran into your buddy Dylan on the dock.
Yeah, he was just here.
Did he tell you that he and Valerie are going on a date?
It's good for them, right?
Yeah. I hope it works out for them.
So you think your sister's being set up?
Yes, in the kidnapping of Avery Corinthos, but I know she didn't do it.
Who's framing her?
Still working on that part. All right, but my money's on her husband, Rick Lansing.
Rick Lansing defended my son, so I tend to think well of him. But even if I didn't, you're making serious allegations about an officer of the court. Do you have proof to back it up?
Not yet. Look, but I've had my qualms about this marriage since day one. Even Franco says that all Rick's after is Nina's money.
Franco? You believe Franco?
I know how that sounds. Trust me, I'm not happy about being on the same side as that maniac either, okay? But I think that Nina turned a corner at Shady Brook, and I don't think that she would have taken that baby again. All right, I think that the appearance of this blanket is just part of a scheme to frame her and clear the way for Rick to take control of her inheritance.
Then you need to get that baby blanket. Maybe forensics will use it to either prove Nina's guilt or her innocence.
Time to get rid of the evidence.
Hi, what are you doing?
Hey, there's my beautiful wife. Come here.
Not anymore. I want a divorce.
So it better be good.
How's this? I fulfilled my half of the bargain.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I got Nina back for you. Expect a happy reunion in short order.
Oh,
Ava, that is magnificent news. I could kiss you.
Don't use my real name. What if somebody hears you? Don't you mess this up for me.
Okay. Denise, I could kiss you. Chill out, please.
I gave you Nina. And I can just as easily take her away again, and I will if you don't come through for me. Now you get that confession out of the hands of the police. I need that flash drive.
Working on it.
Oh, Franco. Please get this done quickly so I can be done with Denise. What can I do you for?
Oh, okay. That's beautiful.
On the next General Hospital.
We need to talk. It's important.
Can't allow you to leave me.
Are you finally going to confess to framing Nina?
I'm thinking about Jake.
Have you considered the possibility that Nicholas knows who you really are?
Nice to see that some things don't change.